Welcome to yet another episode in the 9mm ammo quest, where I've been trying to find the best performing ammo for defensive purposes from a 3-inch barrel pistol. Specifically, the one I'm using is Sig P938, but this should apply to, the Glock 43 or Beretta Nano or any 3-inch barrel pistol. And the stack here is getting almost manageable. We're getting down there, especially when you factor in we're going to do 2 more today. Now, we're back with Remington Golden Sabers. I've tested a lot of Golden Sabers, and almost without a doubt, they've been disappointing. I'm sorry, Remington, but I'm reporting what happens when I fire them, and I see what the bullets do. In 380, they expanded big, and they didn't penetrate deep enough. In 9mm, they come apart. Or the ones that I've tested, the 124 and the 147 standard pressure, jacket separation, they come apart. You only get a little itty-bitty bullet penetrating deep. So when I reported on those tests, and people were like, well, try the +P, try the bonded version, whatever. Okay, I'm game. So we're going to do both. I have a 124+P, and this is one I have high hopes for, Golden Saber bonded, the 124 grain weight. So maybe we will find out that the 124+P performs different. Maybe we'll find out that the bonding solves the Golden Saber's issues and the issues that I've encountered with it. Going to be testing from the 3-inch barrel. We're going to be testing through professional ballistic gelatin with and without the 4 layers of heavy denim, looking for the bare minimum of 12 inches and a maximum of 18 inches of penetration. So let's go out and find out how these Golden Sabers do. Results are better than the regular Golden Sabers, but they still have the same problem that I've run. This is my 3rd time testing a variation of a 9mm Golden Saber that's not bonded, and in every test we've had jacket core separation issues, and we got it again here. Although it's not as bad this time because the jacket's penetrated really deeply. So overall, I would give these pretty decent results, except what's the point when you can get the bonded version and not have to put up with the issues and the problems? That said, let's look at how it actually did. I'm going to show you one side of the block and then rotate them over to show you the other side. As far as the bare bullets go, we had one come in at 14.25, which is stupendous, and the other came in at 14.5, which is magnificent. So the bare performance was great. The denim performance, one bullet worked okay, the other 2 separated. The one that worked okay, 14.25. So there we've got 3 bullets within 1/4 inch of each other, with or without denim. That kind of consistency is what I really like to see. Then we had the 2 that separated, so they're not as good. The one you can see here went to 19.5 inches. The jacket separated off at around 12 inches. So the part that penetrated deeply is really only this tiny little core, which is why we don't like to see core jacket separation. I mean, I'd love to see the whole big bullet penetrate deeper rather than just a little tiny bit. But that said, this could be a pretty effective hit. I mean, that core going to 19 inches, yeah, it's over penetration. We do have a cutoff of 18 inches. The damage would have been done, even though the bullet went more than 18 inches, it still would have done the damage, so it still could have been an effective hit. It just may pose a risk to somebody beyond the target, so we don't like to see them over-penetrate like that. And the jacket stopping at 12 inches is pretty decent. That means that was a pretty big bullet that carried through all the way to 12 inches, so that's not bad. And then we'll flip the block over. On the other side here, you can see the last shot, the denim shot, that came in at 18.25 inches. Tiny bit of over penetration, not really worried about it. Again, we did have core jacket separation. However, the jacket stuck through with it to about 17 inches. So again, that's not bad. Of all the non-bonded Golden Sabers I've tested, this is the best performing one. I just don't see a reason to put up with this when, as you'll see in the bonded version, you don't have these problems. Look at what happened here. These Remington Golden Sabers, the bonded 124+P, have just salvaged the reputation of all Golden Sabers as far as I'm concerned. These are stellar, phenomenal, outstanding, magnificent, wonderful, and to borrow a word from my HST reviews, perfect. I can't get over how much better these did. I definitely, if you're going to use Golden Sabers in the short barrel gun, use the bonded version. I've got 5 shots in here. The 3 through denim each stopped at 15 inches. It's not just about the penetration, which is absolutely ideal, but it's also about the consistency. The consistency of the denim bullets was fantastic. Then through the Bear Gel, I put 2 shots there. They're not as perfect, but they're within an inch either way. Well, inch to inch and a half. The shorter one came in at 14 inches, and the longer one came in at 16 and a half. So overall, our average for all 5 bullets is just over 15 inches, which those of you who've watched my HST videos know I harp on as being pretty much perfect, perfect, perfect. It's exactly halfway between our 12-inch minimum to 18-inch maximum. It is tremendous. Here we go again. You know, I tested the 124 and the 147 standard pressure, and this kind of horse crap is what we had to deal with the bullets separating from the jacket and the pieces breaking off and all that kind of stuff. And guess what? The 124+P does the exact same thing. But look at the bonded bullets. Bonded bullets didn't pull that. Bonded bullets did great. That is the best looking Golden Sabers I've ever tested. 124 bonded is the way to go. That said, you know, let's look at these here. The bonded ones did fantastic in penetration. Just beautiful. 14 to 16 and a half inches. They all did expand reasonably consistently. This is the only one that's kind of iffy. They don't look like an HST or a Gold Dot, you know, with the pristine, perfect expansion, but it ain't about what the bullet looks like. It's about what it cuts and how it damages. They did fine. Certainly did better than the non-bonded Golden Sabers, where we've got, in the Bear Gel, we've got very big expansion. This one almost separated his jacket. Didn't quite get there. Almost separated his jacket. So in the Bear Gel, these did great in penetration. Fantastic. In the Denim Gel, they also did well as far as total penetration goes. You got this one here, a big bullet, beautiful expansion. That did fantastically. If they were all like that, we would have a winner. That was 14 and a quarter inches, beautiful expansion. But then they came apart, and so when you get your deep penetration, you're dealing with just a little tiny bullet here that's about as big as, you know, maybe a 32 ACP. Not nearly as big as what we're dealing here. And the jacket, if the jacket stays attached a long way, like this one did, this one stayed attached till 17 inches. So that was a pretty decent situation, and the jacket becomes a wounding factor too. But this one came off early, and you know, there's just no weight to the jacket. It looks big. You think that it's going to do some damage, but you know, this can't push through anything. It's a very, 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 very lightweight element. All the weight is here in the lead, and when the lead separates from the jacket gets left behind. So, you know, it's not the 70s anymore. It's not the 80s. We don't need to put up with this. If you're going to go Golden Sabers, the bonded ones are much better. Much better. But they didn't expand very big. Got to be fair on that. Wrap up on the Golden Sabers. The 124+P is exactly the same as the 124 and the 147. The same jacket separation issues, the same problems. I have no use for it. I don't recommend it. It's not going to come anywhere near winning the ammo quest. It still delivers a decent solid hit. Don't go thinking that I'm telling you that this is just going to bounce off somebody. But there are other choices that perform much better. One of those is the bonded Golden Saber. This did much better. This performed much more like a modern ammo is supposed to perform. And penetration was great. The expansion was good. I have no complaints about this Golden Saber. Except that the resulting bolts are pretty small. And that's not bad. It's just you could have had bigger. If you went with something like the HST is noted for large expansion. It penetrated about as deep as these did, but it expands bigger. So these are the best of the bunch that I've tested of Golden Sabers. If you're going to be using Golden Sabers, I highly recommend using the bonded version. If for some reason you got to use Remington ammo, this did great from that 3-inch gun. I don't think it's the best performer out there. I think there are better performers, but this is a solid, good performer. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified the next time a video is posted.